fired up, and they're going to be going, my gosh, I think I have a business. And all of you that are on this right now, we have well over, I don't know, tens of thousands of people that are on this webinar today. Tens of thousands. I want you to think about, let's say it's 50,000 people are going to watch this webinar. I don't know the exact number, but 50,000 people watch this webinar. If all of you send 10 text messages, how much is that? 500,000. 500,000. 500,000 requests for an appointment are going to be sent in the next 30 minutes. 500,000. Now, apply that to your organization. If you have 10 people in your group, if you have 100 people in your group, you have 2 people in your group, doesn't matter. As you start to build a bigger group, if you build this into your culture, what's going to happen? I promise you, good things are going to happen. Once they send the 10 and they build their confidence, then send 100. Pardon me, send 100 messages out to people. And here's what's going to happen. Let me give you some numbers. Well, let's do something crazy. Let's say all of you that are watching this webinar, the 50,000 plus, let's say it's 50,000 people today agree that in the next 72 hours, they're going to send 100 text messages. You can do it in one day, no problem. But let's say in the next 72 hours, you send 100 text messages. What is that? 50,000 times 100. 5 million? 5 million? Really? 5 million appointments can be set in the next requests for an appointment can be sent in the next 72 hours? Think about the impact of just what we can do today together as a group. Think about how many people will join our business from 5 million requests to sit down and share it with someone. That's the leverage that I'm talking about. I'm talking about creating real leverage in your organization. Now think, if every single person in your group sends 100 text messages in the next 30 days, everyone. And when everybody joins, they send 10 right away, and then they send another 90 after that. Now take that forward for the next 12 months. And where's your group? These little things where you can get massive leverage get me super excited. This is the simplest one that I've ever seen. The reason why I think it's the biggest breakthrough in 10 years is because of the simplicity and because of the results. Now, let's play with the numbers, just for fun. Out of 100 text messages, my tests over the course of these last 12 months lead me to believe, depending on the quality of your relationship with the people that you know, it's going to be anywhere from 30 to 50 appointments. 30 to 50 appointments. That's 1 a day for the next 30 to 50 days. That's 2 a day for the next 15 to 25 days. It's a huge. Now let's just use an average and let's just call it 40. 40 appointments are going to be set from those 100 text messages. In your company, if you do a presentation with somebody, if you sit down with somebody, what percentage of that group is going to become your customer? And what percentage is going to become a distributor? In the company that I worked with this group in the United Kingdom, they had 3 out of 10 appointments became customers. On average, if you average it way down, the top distributors got a much higher number. But if you averaged everything, 3 out of 10 became customers, 1 out of 10 became distributors. Okay, so if that's true, 40 would turn into 3 out of 10 would become customers. That's 12 customers, right? And 4 distributors. Send 100 text messages out, have these 40 appointments, get 12 customers, have 4 distributors, and have 40 good friends that you sat down with and found out what was going on in their life. Okay? Now, take this. Is that a good result? It's a pretty good result, right? Now you have 4 people in your business. What are you going to do with those 4 distributors? You're going to go to those 4 distributors and say, okay, let's send 10 now. Let me show you what happened when I sent 100. I booked these 40 appointments. I got 12 and I got 4 and I was brand new. You could probably do better than me. They go out and do the same thing. Now you've got some momentum in your organization. Let's say you have a group of 100 people. Right? That's what? 3,000 to 5,000 appointments. Let's call it 4,000 on average. And then you have 1,200 customers and 400 distributors that come out of 100 people doing this simple approach. Okay? Pretty amazing, right? And then what are you going to do with those 400? Send 10, give them a little taste of success and momentum, then have them send 100 and tell them what you did with your 100. You follow me? Now let's do something crazy, just for fun. You know what I like about the network marketing community more than anything? Together we can do some enormous things. If we have 50,000 people today that commit to sending 100 text messages, that's 5 million text messages in the next 72 hours, let's say. 5 million. And let's say that turns into 2 million appointments. And 3 out of 10, which would be what? 30% of this is 600,000? Is that right? 600,000 customers from this group today? And how many distributors? 1 out of 10, so that's 200,000 new distributors over the course of the next, let's call it 60 days as everybody gets together. Do you think that's a positive impact on the network marketing community? Huge. It's just huge. If I was a leader and I had a group of 1,000 people at an event, guess what my number one priority would be? That they do not leave there until they've sent 100 text messages. Because if they send 100 text messages, all of their calendars are going to be just packed. All of them. All 1,000 people. Now, some of them aren't going to take action there, and that's fine. But that would be my number one goal. If I had a group of 50 people together for a Saturday training, guess what my number one goal would be? More than anything else. Get that calendar filled up. How am I going to do it? With the text messages. Now, if we did this together as a group, just from this webinar today, we did this, 5 million text messages, 2 million appointments, 600,000 customers, 200,000 distributors. Then what do we do with those 200,000 distributors? Have them send 10. And then encourage them to send 100 by telling our story. And here's what happened with us. Can you see how exponential growth and duplication can happen in your business like maybe it's never happened before? For all of you as leaders, here's what I would tell you. Bake this into your culture. Make this a centerpiece of your culture. Make sure everybody who joins sends 10 immediately. Make sure they have a goal to set 100 in their first 30 days. Fill up that calendar. Learn how to tell the story. Teach other people to send 10, then 100, 10, then 100, 10, then 100. If you've got people in your group, have it feel normal. Everybody tells their 100 text story. Everybody tells their story about how they launched their business by sending 100 text messages, and they had X number of appointments, and from those appointments they created this many customers and this many distributors. If I can do it, you can too. Have everybody tell that story. Now, here's the biggest thing for all of you. The 100 text challenge. Every one of you, I challenge you to send 100 text messages in the next 72 hours. I challenge you, starting as soon as you're done with this webinar, to start the process and then tell other people, oh my gosh, it's working. Share your statistics. Keep track of your results. Share it with the world. Share it with your team. Build it into the culture. But it starts with all of you. You're leaders. You're on this call. Some of you various time zones all around the world. I promise you this works in every culture. It works in every language. 100 text challenge. Send it out. If you don't have people's phone numbers, then go find them. Get them. Facebook message them. What's your phone number? I want to send you something. And then send them a text message. That's my biggest challenge. I want you to do one thing, is do that. Number two, I want you to go to the Network Marketing Pro fan page. Facebook.com/NM N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, Pro. Right? Facebook.com/NM Pro. And post your results. Let everybody know how powerful this is. This is really something amazing. Okay? So you accept the challenge? Are you in? All right, fantastic.